And in the absence of President Regis Charlot, I'd like to call the May 11th, 2026 Village of Lake Bluff Board of Trustees to order. I'll call the roll. Trustee El Shamaz.
Here.
Trustee Fisher. Here. Trustee Freed.
Here.
Trustee Renner.
Here.
Trustee Ryder.
Here.
There is a quorum present, and it is the village's practice that the longest-serving trustee acts as president pro tem in the absence of the village president. Tonight, that is Trustee Ryder. Is there a motion to have Trustee Ryder serve as president pro tem for tonight's village board meeting?
Motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Trustee Ryder, the meeting is yours.
Okay, good evening. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we will start this evening with awards and proclamations. Tonight we have two items. The first is a certificate of achievement for the village's annual comprehensive financial report from the Government Finance Officers Association, the GFOA. The GFOA established the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting in 1945 to encourage state and local governments to exceed the minimum requirements of generally accepted accounting principles by preparing annual comprehensive financial reports that demonstrate transparency and full disclosure. The program also recognizes governments that achieve this standard. The Village of Lake Bluff was awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for its fiscal year 2025 annual comprehensive financial report. This award represents the highest level of recognition in governmental accounting and financial reporting. While the village has received this award multiple times, staff remains committed to continuously enhancing the quality of financial reporting and maintaining a high level of transparency. Staff appreciates the ongoing support and guidance of the village board and finance committee in these efforts. And most assuredly, the Finance Committee and the Village Board appreciate village staff, especially Bettina, our Director of Finance, and her small team for the level of effort placed on transparency and accuracy in our financial reporting and accounting. Congratulations for a job well done. Thank you. And now, our village clerk, Graham Hallen, will swear in Lake Bluff's newest police officer, Ivan Morales.
All right. Just Ramirez? Okay. All right. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Ivan Ramirez,
I, Ivan Ramirez,
have been appointed to the officer of sworn police officer
have been appointed to the office of sworn police officer
in the village of Lake Bluff,
in the village of Lake Bluff,
in the county of Lake,
in the county of Lake.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of sworn police officer.
Sorry, say that again.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of sworn police officer
of the office of sworn police officer
as of May 11th, 2026,
as of May 11, 2026,
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like a corsage at prom. It's really nerve-wracking.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, welcome. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you all. All right.
See you.
Thank you, guys. All right, item number 4, consideration of the minutes of the April 27th Village Board meeting. If there are no changes to the minutes, I'd ask for a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Motion to approve?
And second?
Second?
It's a voice vote, no changes? No changes? Okay, it's a voice vote then? All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? The motion passes. Thank you very much. Number 5, non-agenda items. The village president and board of trustees allocate 15 minutes for those individuals who would like the opportunity to address the village board of trustees on any matter not listed on the agenda. Each person addressing the village board of trustees is asked to limit their comments to a maximum of 5 minutes. The village board very much values public comment, and to the extent your public comment is a question or requires further investigation, village staff will follow up with you outside of this meeting. Time for non-agenda public comments is not intended to be a question and answer session or for board deliberations, but the board may, at its discretion, choose to answer questions or discuss non-agenda items. We appreciate your understanding and look forward to your comments. Are there any comments in the room? And how about online?
Anyone participating in tonight's meeting online through the Zoom meeting, please raise your hand so you can be recognized at this time.
Okay, item number 6, we'll set the order of the meeting. We can entertain requests from anyone present on the order of business to be considered during the village board meeting. Has there been any request to change the order of the meeting?
I had a few items. Tonight would be item, last one on the agenda, I think it's 21.
Resolution?
Yep, 21.
Okay,
And then item 21 and 20.
in that order? Okay,
The village's labor attorney is participating via Zoom.
I see. Get that? Okay. Item 21. I'll go to that tab.
There's
16, it's all the way in the back. Nope.
I can find it.
Not to get there. There it is. Contract,
Hold up. Screen.
the handbook. Do you have it? 921. Do you
Is
have
that the one with the clerk? Is that the one we're doing?
Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, item 21 is a resolution honoring the dedicated public service of Finance Clerk Gail Seelek.
Julie.
I knew I was going to get that wrong.
Sorry.
I know. Okay. Yes. Gail? Cholik. That's your last name wrong. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, Whereas Gail Cholick commenced her employment with the Village of Lake Bluff May 3rd, 2004, serving the community with distinction as finance clerk. And whereas Gail Cholick will retire from a position with the Village of Lake Bluff. Really? Yeah. Did you get permission? At the close of business on May 22nd, 2026, concluding more than 22 years of faithful and dedicated service to the residents of the village. And whereas throughout her tenure, Gail Cholick consistently demonstrated exceptional professionalism, adaptability, responsibility, and resourcefulness in the performance of her many duties. And whereas Gail Cholick provided courteous, responsive, and dependable service to village residents, employees, and officials, reflecting the highest standards of public service. And whereas the village organization greatly benefited from Gail Cholick's commitment to excellence in customer service, financial administration, and operational support. And whereas Gail Cholick earned the admiration, appreciation, and respect of her colleagues through her dedication, professionalism, collegial spirit, thoughtfulness, enthusiasm, and sense of humor. And whereas the encouragement and support of Gail Cholick's family and friends contributed significantly to her many accomplishments and years of service on behalf of the Village of Lake Bluff. And now, therefore, be it resolved by the village president and board of trustees of the Village of Lake Bluff, Lake County, Illinois, as follows. The Village of Lake Bluff hereby expresses its sincere gratitude and appreciation to Gail Cholick for her outstanding service, dedication, and significant contributions to the village and its residents over the course of her distinguished career. 2, the village president and board of trustees publicly recognize and commend Gail Cholick for her many years of exemplary public service and extend their best wishes for a long, healthy, and fulfilling retirement. And 3, this resolution shall be made a part of the official minutes and records of the Village of Lake Bluff, and an executed copy shall be presented to Gail Cholick as a lasting expression of the village's gratitude and esteem. Approved this day by the village president, the village president pro tem, and the board of trustees of the Village of Lake Bluff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know, right? That'd be so funny.
Okay, forget that before you run off. Okay, do I have a motion to approve that resolution?
Motion to approve.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Congratulations and best wishes, Gail.
Thank you.
Okay, 20. Number 20 is a resolution adopting a revised employee handbook for the village.
President Pro Tem,
Yes.
would you be open to adding items to the consent agenda for tonight?
I believe so. Should we finish this number 20 and then take that motion to add items to the consent agenda, or no?
I was going to propose adding item 20 to the
Oh,
consent,
adding, I see.
along with some others if you're open to it.
Let me know. Am I open to
I
it?
think you can say that without objection, you'll go to the consent agenda next.
Okay.
And then take up what's on the consent agenda.
Okay. So, without objection, we'll move to the consent agenda next. And I understand that item 20 may be added to the consent agenda. What else do we have on the consent agenda?
I would like to ask you to entertain item number 8A and 8B, not to be confused with 8, but just 8A and 8B and 20 to the consent agenda.
8A.
8A and 8B are requests from various qualifying agencies for waiver of permit fees that exceed my authority as village administrator.
Can we do that on the
Yes, you
consent
may.
agenda?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Okay, so we have item 8A and 8B on the consent, proposed for the consent agenda,
20,
and item 20,
as well as what's.
and then moving through the rest of the consent agenda, acceptance of the correspondence, item 11. Item 12, second reading of an ordinance granting a variation for the side yard setback related to the construction of an accessory structure at 551 East Prospect. Number 13, second reading of an ordinance amending Title III of the Municipal Code and the comprehensive fee schedule to allow off-premises consumption of liquor. And item 14, second reading of an ordinance amending the intergovernmental agreement establishing the Solid Waste Agency of Lake County, Illinois, also known as SWALCO. Does anyone wish to remove anything from the consent agenda?
Need a second?
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
And as amended, and
Second.
any questions from anyone on the board or the public regarding any of those items that we identified?
I don't know if the title of item 20 was actually read.
Read? Okay, let's go to item 20. Item 20 was a resolution adopting a revised employee handbook for the village. And so that has been added to the consent agenda along with item 8A and 8B previously identified. If there's no questions from the board or the public with regard to these two, this is a roll call vote. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee El Shamaz.
Aye.
Trustee Fried.
Aye.
Trustee Hatch.
Aye.
Trustee Renner.
Aye.
I do call. Trustee Ryder.
Aye. But just last. Okay. All right, then, we've done 20. We're moving back to the regularly scheduled programming. So item number 7, Village Finance Report. Item A is warrant report for April 28th through May 11th, 2026.
I'd be happy to answer any questions regarding the warrant.
And
Nothing exceptional or unusual about
I
it.
was out there looking for Bettina, but she
She has
already- she's already gone.
Family matter.
So, does anyone have any questions regarding that? First, is there a motion to approve the warrant?
Motion to approve the warrant.
Seconded.
And second, and any questions? If not, we'll take a roll call vote. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Fried.
Aye.
Trustee Hatch.
Aye.
Trustee Renner.
Aye.
Trustee El Shamaz.
Aye.
Trustee Ryder.
Aye. Okay, item 8 was the village administrator's report, which we dispatched very quickly.
That's great.
Do you have anything
I'm not-
else
no
you'd
offense
like to
taken.
add?
No, the only thing I would just like to add is, today, work on Green Bay Road really started. I'll say started, it's not the full construction, right? They're doing some water services, kind of focusing the middle of the road. We are adjusting signage and, at the request of, the police department as well as, some residents trying to keep cut-through traffic minimum as we anticipated. That's happening. We've also reached out to certain local businesses to try to encourage them to take the alternative route, the detour route, and but I think it's going to be a game of just evolving to meet what we're seeing. But I think in the next few weeks you'll see an increased police presence there, and really trying to set this straight. Our first goal line is to get the buses through there and school out, and then we'll change some of the way the signages are set up. But we've had a lot of positive feedback regarding the speed humps, and I think we're gonna have a hard time pulling them out of there at the end of this. I've gotten somebody asking about a stop sign potential, and people just sitting out making observations, and so I think you'll hear from us more as summer continues and construction increases in intensity. The other project I was going to mention is I somewhat have been bragging about the deep tunnel project and getting that done. They paved on Friday, and really all the heavy lifting is done. And now it's just landscaping. If you remember that contract, they originally had through November to complete that work, and they're essentially done.
Which work is specifically
This is going from the lake all the way up to Moffett.
Moffett?
So that's the first two sections. And we met today with design engineers and walked the remaining parts of the project. They've started, you all awarded that at the last meeting, and they started working on that, and we have a couple of other planning meetings with them in the coming weeks, but the goal is to get this out to bid in the winter, so.
So, so from Moffett to Evanston, when is that work likely to be?
There'll probably be, we're gonna look at it and bid it, and Jeff, help me out here if you want to, but there's a couple of different ways we can bid, there'll probably be some bid alternates, but this next section is to Sheridan Road.
All the way to Sheridan?
And then Sheridan to the viaduct, and those are the two final legs, and they could be bid, some of it together, like the directionally, was one segment, we're gonna be drilling as opposed to open cutting. There'll be bore pits in the road as opposed to totally massive trenches like we did for the first section. So different method and means, and it may be broken up differently and give our bidders different ways to approach the project, so.
And so work on that part of the project won't start for then some
At the
months?
earliest, it would start next spring, March next year, yeah. We would have, right now, the plan is for the village to borrow for that segment, and then the state is gonna pay for the last leg down Sheridan Road. You may saw in the correspondence that was shared on Friday with the board, the letter to the state about that. They actually requested that to kick off our final conversations. So, hopefully, good news, and they respond to our request for 12 million.
Drew, have you heard anything from the schools regarding the Green Bay construction at all? Like, was there any issue at all?
Nothing yet.
To your point of things the residents might like to keep. Right now, as you turn off Green Bay, we have the signs that say, "Do not park here on Center." It doesn't go all the way to, Pine Court, but it goes a ways. I would suggest when we get towards the end, whether we consider a certain distance off of Green Bay into Center. Historically, particularly landscaping trucks park right up near Green Bay, so if someone's trying to pull in, someone's trying to leave Center Avenue and they're trying to come in Center Avenue, that little area gets congested. Even if you could move it back or paint the curbs red or something, a little ways, you just don't have a pinch point just as you turn the corner to get onto the road.
Yep. Noted. And then the last one is, the CBD Block 1 project is moving right along, and the goal is to finish before the first farmers market, substantially June 4th, and seems to be making a lot of progress there too, so.
Okay.
Very good. That's all I have. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Okay, Village Attorney's Report, number 9. Stu Weiss is here from Elrod Freeman, serving in Peter's absence.
Nothing to report.
Okay, thank you. Welcome. And number 10, Village President's Report. Nope, nothing. Got nothing to add. Okay, moving on. We have completed the consent agenda, so we're on number 15. Number 15 is an ordinance amending Title VII, Chapter 5 of the Municipal Code concerning special event permits. Is there a motion to approve this ordinance amending Title VII?
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Are there any questions for staff or for the village attorney? We've had many discussions on this, but anyone have any additional questions or concerns?
If there are no other questions, the only thing I would add for the village board to consider was, given that this is the beginning of special event season, we're getting lots of applications, that you may want to consider waiving second reading, so that we can start using these rules immediately, because there are applications pending right now, so.
Yeah, there was a lot of good work on this and a lot of debate, so.
So that's certainly something I'd entertain. If anyone feels they'd like to make a motion to waive second reading, I think we have to take the first motion first.
Yep.
Okay, first we have a motion to approve the first reading.
You have a first and a second on that.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. So there's been a request from staff that we might consider, given that this is the season, 'tis the season to have special events. Make sure to be at Sunrise Rocks on Memorial Day weekend. Shameless plug. Saturday, weather permitting. So since we have special events applications pending, there's a consideration that we might want to move to a second reading tonight. I will say that we have had several discussions over the course of years, but in two very lengthy and detailed committee of the whole meetings last month. A great deal of thought and consideration prior to that. And so with that in mind, does anyone want to make a motion to waive second reading? And I guess we just simply waive it, right? We have to do one.
You would have a vote, a roll call vote on waiving of second reading.
Roll call vote on waiving second reading. So first, we have a motion.
Yeah. Is there a motion? Yeah.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of the
This would
motion?
be,
No.
this is a roll call.
It's a
because
roll
it's your
call
Final
vote.
action, basically.
Okay, roll call vote, waiving second reading,
Yep.
and that's the final action on it?
Yep.
Okay. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Hatch.
Aye.
Trustee Renner.
Aye.
Trustee El Shmaz.
Aye.
Trustee Fried.
Aye.
And Trustee Ryder.
Aye. Okay, easier done than said. Okay. Okay, item number 16 then is resolution adopting a policy regarding displays on village property. Item number 16 has also been discussed at some length. Is there a motion to approve first reading?
It's only one reading. It's a resolution adopting.
It's a resolution, so we don't have a second shot at this. Okay, is there a motion? This is just a voice vote, or no? Is it a roll call vote?
It's a roll call.
It's a roll call vote? Okay. First, we have a motion to approve a resolution adopting a policy regarding displays on village property.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And it's a roll call.
Oh, it's a roll call, yeah, so, and ask if there's any discussion too.
Is there any discussion on this one or public comment before we barrel ahead? Do we have any further discussion on this? This too is an item that we discussed at some length, but we can certainly discuss some more if anyone would like to. Okay, clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Renner.
Aye.
Trustee El Shmaz.
Aye.
Trustee Fried.
Aye.
Trustee Hatch.
Aye.
And Trustee Ryder.
Aye. Okay. Item number 17, a resolution authorizing the execution of a construction contract with Era Valdivia Contractors Incorporated of Chicago, Illinois, for the Village of Lake Bluff's elevated water storage tank rehabilitation project. Is there a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, item number 17. On Tuesday, May 5th, the village opened bids for the elevated water storage tank rehabilitation project. 4 bids were submitted, and Era Valdivia Contractors Incorporated of Chicago, Illinois, submitted the lowest responsive bid at $598,920. The project includes painting the exterior of the water tower and the interior of the bowl. The project also includes minor upgrades, including the installation of a chlorine analyzer to automatically perform the mandated daily chlorine testing and the installation of a vault that will allow the village to calibrate the water distribution meter. If approved, the work will be scheduled in September. The village is coordinating with the city of Lake Forest to open the interconnects to supply Lake Bluff with water while the tower is drained for painting. Adequate funding is included in the village's fiscal year 2027 budget for the project, and village staff recommends awarding the contract to Era Valdivia Contractors. Do I have a motion? I do have a motion, thank you. Are there any questions for the village engineer? Jeff?
When was the last time we painted that?
Thank you.
Remember, Drew?
I do. Doesn't last as long as you think it does.
The question
never
is,
does.
when did we paint that the
It was
last
about
time?
2012.
It's like repairs
Like
on,
yesterday, right?
it's like repairs on your car. It's like, didn't you just do that to my car like 2 years
There's an oil
ago?
change on that thing. Same thing.
I don't know if we did the inside of the bowl in 2012. I know we did the outside.
No, it was the outside.
But now
So,
we're doing.
I remember I wanted to do some logo or something.
Yeah, I wanted a logo too. I'm very upset that we're not doing our logo.
Yeah.
I think historically, the Architectural Board of Review says less things to look up there, the better. It's like the tower.
Right, it's supposed to blend in with the sky.
We did not readdress that with them, though, but have decided not to go forward with that, or even the LB, maybe the LB baseball, LB. and the
Licensing
Boston Red
rights?
Sox- Boston Red Sox.
Highest bidder?
Bond. Yeah, right. Oh, ooh, nice idea. Okay, do we have any other questions for Jeff? Any questions online? Anybody from our rowdy public here? Okay.
Jeff, that'll take, in terms of doing the project beginning to end, period of construct, or repair?
5 weeks is how are we down? We do more than that. The appurtenances.
We're getting it from Lake Forest.
Apparently, we borrow from Lake Forest?
Yeah,
Yes.
we reroute it.
We,
We have the interconnect.
the village used to be served by the city of Lake Forest for water, and we have multiple connection points. And so when they needed to do their tower, we open them up and we feed them and vice versa. So it's
All
just
right.
a redundant connection. In a perfect world, it'd be from a different source, but it's all Lake Michigan, which is a great source, but it's not bad.
We'll take it. Okay, we have a motion and we have a second, and this will be a roll call vote. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee El Shamaz.
Aye.
Trustee Fried.
Aye.
Trustee Hatch.
Aye.
Trustee Renner.
Aye.
Trustee Ryder.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, number 19, resolution authorizing the execution of a construction contract with Schroeder and Schroeder, Inc. of Skokie, Illinois, for the Village of Lake Bluff's 2026 miscellaneous concrete replacement project. Is there a motion to approve?
I'm sorry, we skipped 18. I didn't have to do that on purpose.
I did not.
Okay, sorry.
Should we finish 19, or should we go back to 18? Should we go back to 18?
For the court's
We should go
record-keeping
back
purposes, yes.
to 18. Okay, we're moving too quickly. Okay, resolution number 18, a resolution authorizing the execution of a construction contract with the Metropolitan Pump Company of Romeoville, Illinois, and waiver of competitive bids for the replacement of pumps at the Lansdowne Sanitary Lift Station. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
And do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded.
I heard you. Sorry, I heard her first.
The Lansdowne Sanitary Lift Station was constructed in 2008 and collects sanitary sewage from 6 homes on Lansdowne Lane. The 2 pumps housed in the lift station pump the sewage into the village's gravity sewer system on Moffett Road, where it is conveyed to the North Shore Water Reclamation District's pump station at Sunrise Beach, and then travels through the sanitary district system to their treatment plant located in Highland Park. Over the past several years, one of the pumps has triggered the seal fill alarm several times, requiring the village's public works staff to troubleshoot the pumps. With the frequency and complexity of the pump issues, the Metropolitan Pump Company was contacted to evaluate the pump and recommend next steps. Metropolitan Pump was unable to diagnose the issue in the field and wrote a proposal to remove 1 pump and diagnose and repair it at their shop. The cost was estimated to be a minimum of $12,000, depending on the repairs and parts needed. Given the age of the pumps, the high cost of repairs, and the likelihood that the other pump will soon need similar repairs, village staff requested a quote to replace both pumps, and Metropolitan supplied a proposal to install 2 new pumps for $34,536. Village staff believes it's in the village's best interest to work with Metropolitan because, 1, They are the sole sales representative in the region of type of pump that has been installed in other recent village lift station projects. And 2, they installed the electronic controls for the Lansdowne lift station and will be able to integrate the new pumps into the system. The village's fiscal year 2027 budget includes $40,000 for work at the Lansdowne lift station. Village staff is recommending the waiver of competitive bidding and that the village board authorize work to be contracted with the Metropolitan Pump Company for an amount not to exceed $34,536.
Is the waiver of the competitive bid because they're the only ones who manufacture the pump?
They are, no, and there is some provisions in our purchasing policy which allows for sole sources to be a reason to not require competitive bidding, but it's close to sole source, but not. And so that's why we're asking for the waiver. But because of the work from this company they designed the electronics system, so it's integrated to their types of pumps, and it just made sense to go back with them. And they are the primary supplier of these types of products in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah, they're made in the USA. And you said these pumps are, they're made here actually in Illinois, as far as I know. Metropolitan Pumps is a USA-based or Illinois-based company.
They're not the manufacturer of the pump, they are
Others the installer. So who's,
the sales rep in the Chicago area, this is their
Okay.
territory to sell that pump.
so what kind of pumps are you getting? Who are they from?
I forget the brand name.
I'm not
It's
sure
a
the brand
super-
name. The last time that we had pumps actually pulled and rebuilt by somebody, they had to go to Metropolitan to buy all the parts anyway.
Okay.
So they're kind of like
Are these the same pumps that you're using elsewhere?
They're the same,
style, but
Brand.
so each station's a little bit different.
Okay.
When we get down.
Unfortunately,
nuts.
because of the time that passes when
Right,
subdivisions
right.
are installed, we don't
Okay.
have a standardized pump system,
Package, yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Any other questions? Questions? Okay. Any questions from the public, online? Okay, this too will be a roll call vote. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Fried.
Aye.
Trustee Hatch.
Aye.
Trustee Renner.
Aye.
Trustee El Shmaz.
Aye.
And Trustee Ryder.
Aye. Now, number 19. Try again. Number 19, a resolution authorizing the execution of a construction contract with Schroeder and Schroeder, Inc. of Skokie, Illinois, for the Village of Lake Bluff's 2026 miscellaneous concrete replacement project. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Second?
Second?
Are there any questions regarding this? You might have questions after I read the memo. On Thursday, May 7th, the village opened bids for the Village of Lake Bluff's 2026 miscellaneous concrete replacement program. 2 bids were submitted, and Schroeder of Skokie, Illinois, submitted the lowest responsive bid at $43,740. This annual project includes the replacement of sections of concrete curbs and sidewalks throughout the village. The village's fiscal year 2027 budget includes $40,000 for the miscellaneous concrete replacement project. There's adequate funding in the village's general fund budget contingency for the remaining $3,740. Schroeder has completed this annual village project numerous times in the past, and the village engineer is recommending awarding the project to Schroeder in the amount of $43,740. Now, do we have any questions? This was a competitive bid. 2 bids were submitted. Okay. I guess I have a question as to how we determine
I was gonna ask that.
what sidewalks are needed for this is needed for, and do we just tell them sidewalks to be determined and they bid based on that, or
Yeah.
based on linear foot?
They bid based on quantities that I guesstimate will come in right about at budget. So it's a little higher than I thought, was why it's 43 versus our 40 budget. There is a code section about the sidewalk program that talks about starting at the schools and working your way out, but mostly it's me walking the sidewalks and finding which ones are the worst, or, other that is resident complaints. We go check out and we collect those over the years. We have some areas of curb. We had water main breaks that need to get replaced. Sometimes that fills that gap, and a couple of ADA crossings have really worn out, so we have to do those as well.
Okay. All right, any additional questions? And this too is a roll call vote. Clerk, please call the roll. Thank you.
Trustee Hatch.
Aye.
Trustee Renner.
Aye.
Trustee El Shamaz.
Aye.
Trustee Fried.
Aye.
Trustee Ryder.
Aye. We have dispatched 20 and 21, leading us, I believe, to 22. Are there any trustee reports?
Yeah, just to mention, as we're approving all these construction projects, my firm works in the industry. We're seeing huge increases in prices of steel, aluminum, asphalt, bitumen roofing products, concrete, gypsum, just all going up due to energy and oil prices. There's been a 22% cancellation in construction projects that were planned. They've just been put on hold due to price increases. So I know I asked before, I'm glad we've locked in the prices on some of our contracts, including Green Bay, because if they were bid now, they would be 20 to 30% higher.
Well, let's hold our breath for a little bit. We still have to get at the bridge part. So, but yeah, I mean, we've been very fortunate so far. Knock on wood.
All right, I'll bring knock. Okay, any other trustees' reports?
I have a question for Drew.
Yes.
It's not really a report. Drew, earlier you mentioned the waiver limit was outside of it exceeded your limit. Can you remind me what your limit is again?
1,000.
Do we need to revisit that as a board to change that number?
I'd have to go back and count. This was, the policy itself, creating the administrative level, was years in the making, I'll say.
Okay.
But I don't think it would hurt, given, as you talk about, the price of everything keeps going up. I don't think that's a bad idea. Actually, I have a permit that's going to be submitted shortly for, I went back and looked. The village years ago created a film permit. So like if you're gonna shoot film, you're gonna shoot a movie, you're gonna make, there's, if you watch WTTW, they've been doing exposés on Chicago suburbs for years, and I forget the name of the person that does it, from Windows to the World. But anyway, they're gonna do something on like Bluff. And there's $1,000 fee associated with it, and that goes back to when they did it, probably in the 80s. There was a time in Chicagoland when municipalities got fed up with movies being made in their communities in terms of like closing streets off.
Risky business. That era.
Right. Yeah, too many Wayfarer sunglasses.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So, but it became an annoyance, and I think many villages, including this one, created procedures that made it a little clunky to get a permit, and I put us in that category. And there should be a different film permit fee, like even for like students. We've had students from Northwestern come in to shoot like shorts and so forth. It just made sense, like that they would have a different fee schedule or something that was more like where WTW is, that's public access and probably. But so like that one, if they submit it, they've gone back and forth, and they haven't asked yet for the waiver, but that would be something like I think, well, that'd be great if I could just say,
Yeah.
right.
So I'm not asking to
Yeah.
change any policies
Yeah.
about the actual fees,
Yeah.
but just increase your authority to make a decision.
I can bring back something to you all.
Okay. Especially with the change in pricing.
But like,
and-
for example, assuming this person submits for that one, it's not on tonight's agenda, but if you guys are comfortable, we can do that after the fact. If everybody's fine with waiving a fee for the public at a late future, you can just,
The basis is a non-for-profit
Yeah,
endeavor.
yeah.
Yes.
yeah, I don't think anybody has any heartburn. I'm sorry?
And it features us, which is
Well, that's right,
helpful
it's a
for
very,
local
very
businesses
inexpensive
and-
advertising buy, right?
Right.
So, okay, great. But yes, thank you for the suggestion. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? And as I believe there is no executive session,
Correct.
we will then ask for an adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all very much.
No one in the